Alright, looks like we're live. Still orange for the moment, it'll take a second to catch up. I apologize if anyone can hear my dryer right now. It's got a few minutes left on its cycle. And it looks like now that we got people in, let's get started. What in the hell have I gotten myself into tonight, folks? You probably read the title and thought, hey, he's gonna go play an old PS3 game on stream for trophies. Nope, not quite. I have it titled that way because back in the good old days of trophy hunting, or the earlier days of trophy hunting, all of the quick and easy platinums were kids' games. Or most of them were. Kids' games and Lego games, which are kind of kids' games anyway. But yeah, back in the day, kids' games were the only easy platinums, really. They were the main ones. There were a few others like Terminator, but these were the main ones. So we are going to be working towards the platinum. I don't know if I'm quite going to get it done. It's not a long game, by any means, but it at least gives me something to play. I don't think I'm quite going to get it done tonight just because it's going to take probably a solid 4 hours to get through the game. Just because you have to have a lot of buttons and crafting materials. And yes, this game has... well, obviously it has collectibles. All kids' games have collectibles. But it also has crafting mechanics and resource management, kind of. Anyone want to explain that one to me? Alright, so we need to go ahead and start so the story of this game, I don't think has anything really to do with the movie. I think it's like a completely separate adventure, and I use the word adventure loosely. In which you're basically repelling an invasion of robots into Uglyville. The only two trophies I have left are to complete the game as Ox, and then the 2-player trophy, which technically I'm saving for last, just in case I don't unlock it on stream tonight. Again, I don't think I will unlock it on stream tonight because it's going to take a few hours. But yeah, this is what trophy hunting's come to, isn't it? Isn't it that just great, guys? Yeah, I want to see that Hannah Montana game get remastered. I'm sure that if trophy hunters banded together, we could get something like that done. You never know. The good thing is that, being a kid's game, this is a very, very easy platinum. It doesn't have anything rage-inducing or anything like some kids' games do. It's just a little bit time-consuming and extremely repetitive. It could be called Fetch Quest Simulator, the game, in all honesty. What do I need to do? Craft something. Let's do some crafting. A machine part? Oh, are there actually different items? No, wait, this was never mind, this was just part of the story. I was wondering for a second if maybe there were different items in this version of the game, which would be hilarious if they were trying to make it different through that. So yeah, the whole game is just, it's a collect-a-thon and a fetch quest simulator. Hi, Miller Dude. Let's play something stupid, easy for kids that's also bad. I mean, you couldn't have even had any, like, real combat in the game. It's... all you can do to the robots is just, like, trap them. And half the time you can't even really, like, eliminate them. Alright, can we actually get up here yet? We cannot. So it looks like there's literally no difference between the characters. I didn't think there would be, but... I mean, they could have done something, right? Like, I don't know, just one difference between their moves. I mean, Mario and Luigi in Super Mario Galaxy aren't that different. But they have differences. I'm only thinking of that because Chugga Conroy actually started a Let's Play of Galaxy 2 after all these years. Not all kids' games. I mean, technically Lego games are kids' games. Yeah, most kids' games are, but... Oh, that's not what I meant to do. So yeah, I mean, yeah, most kids' games are bad, but, like, the Lego games are good. Usually. Or some of them are. Oh no, I'm being chased by a robot. I care. I have so many feels. Oh, I didn't actually mean to do that. Yeah, it's not even a platformer. It's not a collectathon platformer. It's literally just a collectathon and fetch quests. More so even than a lot of other kids' games. Which I find to be kind of funny. Oh no, he spanked me. He's going to spank me again. Get away from me. I will not be spanked. And we're going to need a lot of buttons, so I am actually going out of my way just a little bit to get some of them, because you need 1,000 of them at the end of the game. Alright, let's use the search balloon. We're going to need that to find our next set of collectibles. I don't know, for some reason, I don't know if the stream's going to be super long. It's probably only going to be 2 hours. Just because it's been one of those weeks where I've just been feeling, like, really tired for, like, no reason, honestly. Like, I've just been kind of tired all week. I don't know if I just haven't been getting enough sleep this week or what. It's just been one of those weeks. Alright, so we need to escape all... Ah, these guys are being a bit prickish today. Need to get away from them long enough that I can actually launch a search balloon. You can finish the actual, like, story of the game, if you want to call it that, in probably, like, 4 hours. I would think. But there are other miscellaneous trophies you kind of have to go out of your way to get. Because some of the none of the miscellaneous trophies are difficult, but a couple of them are a little bit luck-based. Not really, like, skill-dependent, just a little bit luck-based. Like, with getting, what is it, getting 5 robots to follow you at once is a little on the luck side. So that one is, that one's a little bit more annoying, because it's just a little bit luck-based. And then getting all 5 of those robots to dance at the same time using a power-up is also just a bit on the luck-based side. So, I mean, it's not really that big a deal, but it is just a thing to be wary of. But, I mean, the Platinum itself is a 10-hour Platinum. I would estimate probably around 10 hours. Like, probably 6 to 7 hours for your initial playthrough where you get all your trophies except for the other story-related one, which is the one we're going for. Because you have to beat the game twice for some inexplicable reason. I guess they needed to pad the trophy length a little bit. Because this isn't even, like, the shortest kids game. There are shorter kids games than this. There are noticeably shorter kids games than this. It's not even time-consuming in a good way. It's like, it's time-consuming to be time-consuming. With just a bunch of repetitive fetch quests and collecting the same sets of items over and over again, and just, yeah. But hey, we're already almost done. I think we will be done here with Chapter 1 of the game. It's 7 chapters. Chapter 1 is probably the shortest. But it's at least a very easy Platinum trophy. There's the store. We're not gonna buy from them unless we have to, just because it's a waste. Also, the world is randomly generated every time you play, and every time you start a new chapter, which makes about as much sense as you can imagine. Woo, chapter 1! We built a robot... No, wait, that's not a robot thing. That's a hole sealing device. That could have been taken out of context. I'm also sad because this is most likely going to be the only stream this week. Gonna be gone Friday, Saturday. I will, like, as much as I just absolutely love football season, it will be a little bit nice to get back to a more consistent schedule once the season's over. As much as I'll miss actually having stuff to watch and do, it will be a little bit nice to be on a more consistent schedule. My search balloon wore out. I can always craft another one. We'll do that later. I know we'll need to. I'm gonna pick... I don't know exactly how many crafting materials you need to beat the game. A fair amount, though. Yeah, in some ways I'll be glad when it's over, just because at least then I'll have more time to record videos and streams and stuff. Definitely the streams, at least. I should be able to get back to 2 drunk streams a week, Friday and Saturday, or at the very least 2 to 3 streams a week. New crafting unlocked! The healing item. I crafted your heart because I'm giving you my heart. Because this is a kid's game about love and friendship and robots. Speaking of robots, we've got the SpongeBob game. We got Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated coming out next year. I am really excited. I know that doesn't sound like I'm all that excited, but I am so excited for that game. I can't wait for that. Because that was definitely one of the best games I played as a kid. It wasn't the first kids game I played, or first Nickelodeon game I played. Okay, so we need to, I believe he oh crap. He's just an alarm doucher. Because, like, the robots do different things, and he's the alarm doucher. Those are the teleport douchers. We do not want to get hit by them. Crap, crap, crap. Get it, get it, get it. Oh, we got it. Nice. We got it. Yeah, they teleport you to places. But yeah, then I'll be able to get back to a more normal stream schedule, which is always a good thing. Because I miss streaming. It's a lot of fun. And then we'll have that game. I actually went ahead and pre-ordered one of the Destroy All Humans special editions. Yep, I don't know if you played it. I didn't remember it being on the PSP, but yeah, Battle for Bikini Bottom. I don't remember it being on the PSP, though. Maybe it had a version on the PSP. I know it had a Game Boy version and a PC version. But yeah, that's going to be great. I don't think it has a release date yet, though. Unfortunately, they haven't given us an official release yet. But then, Destroy All Humans, that is going to be really, really fun. I mean, just to play a quote-unquote new Destroy All Humans game. I mean, it's not truly new. Because, I mean, it's a remake or a remaster. But it's going to be fun. I'm excited. And my hope is, from these 2 games, that 2 things come of it. My first hope is that we start getting new or more remasters of the old Nickelodeon kids games. I mean, they own all the properties. So not taking advantage of that would be incredibly stupid on THQ Nordic's part. Because you've got all those IPs out there you can have. And you gotta take advantage of them, you know? And plus, I don't think there's any conceivable way to put microtransactions into either of those games because there's no multiplayer. Okay, actually that's not true because apparently Battle for Bikini Bottom is going to have some kind of co-op mode, which is really cool. Like that's awesome. That's going to be really fun. That's going to give me and my neighbors some good drinking game ideas. Well, former neighbor, but you get what I mean. Yeah, I am just very excited for those, but I pre-ordered one of the special editions for Destroy All Humans. It's not the super expensive one, it's the $150 one. Which it's still pretty cool, because you get the crashed UFO statue and a bunch of other stuff. Although, given it's only a $40 game, it's probably just a little bit overpriced. But it's not as overpriced as the other edition. The Crypto edition, I think it is. There's one edition that's $400. How did you hit me? You punched me through the wall. But yeah, it's got one edition that's like $400. And I think the only differences are you get some kind of backpack and you get a 2-foot-tall crypto statue, which is really, really cool. I mean, if I had the money for it, I'd buy it. No doubt, if I had the money for it, I'd buy it. But I don't really have that kind of disposable income to just throw around on a potentially cheap collector's edition if they go the way of Bethesda, which I don't really know how that's going to turn out, just because when's the last time THQ Nordic released like a special edition of a game like that? Like, I legitimately am not even sure if anyone does know. Like, I legitimately don't even remember the last time they ever released, like, a true special edition of a game or something. Okay, is he gonna turn around? And you know what? I should probably go back to finding the main objective and try to speed through this a little bit. Although, again, we do need the materials and the buttons later, so it's okay. And he can't hit me up here, so we're okay. And then I've also found... What game is this? This is Uglydolls An Imperfect Adventure, aka Fetch Quest Simulator 2019. Because that's exactly what it is. And it's not even a Fetch Quest Simulator, it's just Fetch Quest 2019, the game. So the original THQ made special editions, but yeah, I don't know the last time that THQ Nordic, if ever, has made like a special collector's edition of a game. I would hope they don't pull a Bethesda, but these days you can't tell anymore. And just, I want those games to be so good, because I want to see Destroy All Humans get brought back more in full, maybe with actual new full-on games, so Destroy All Humans 5. And then the rest of the Nickelodeon games getting brought back. I mean, I want to see all that happen, because those were my childhood, along with Nintendo. And they were all played on Nintendo consoles for me. I think that, if anything, like, the collector's editions, they look really cool. It's just their price point is way too high. Because, I mean, like I said, $400 for the Crypto edition or whatever... I mean, that's the cost of a PS4 at launch. I mean, that's more than the Switch was at launch, I think. Yeah, the Switch, I think, was only $300 at launch. So that's quite frankly a little bit high. Especially given the game's $40. It's not even a $60 game. And then, speaking of collector's editions, the SpongeBob Rehydrated, Battle for Bikini Bottom Rehydrated, it's got special editions as well. Which actually kind of surprised me, but is still cool. The only thing is, it also has pricing issues. Because there's one version that is most likely going to be the one I get. It's that's 150 bucks that looks kind of cool. At least their super special edition is only 300 instead of 400. I think one of them is the FUN edition, the fun edition. And the other one is the shiny edition. No, Nintendo, I want to say they have a very minor sort of achievement system. I want to say they do that's... how do I describe it? It's like... It's not like actual achievements, but it's like you can get rewards in the games that kind of resemble trophy achievements. Sometimes by like using your amiibos to unlock stuff. Alright, so I already know where this guy is, if it's the same as the first time I played through the game, which I'm assuming that it is. Yeah, I mean, I'm not about to go do $400 special edition. Not for that. Like, I love Destroy All Humans, but no, that's just too much. Because I have spent a lot of money on a collector's edition a couple of times. Because I have the first 3 Black Ops special editions. So I have the RCXD, I have the Quad Rotor, and I have the Jug Fridge. So I shelled out a lot of money for those. I have the Killzone 3 Collector's Edition, which had like a helmet in it, statue. Hi, Derek. Talking Collector's Editions right now, tonight. I had that. I have the Fallout New Vegas Collector's Edition. I have the Power Armor Edition of Fallout 76. As stupid as I am to have it. But I have it because it is cool. Even with all the crap that happened with it, it's still pretty cool. Then what else? And then I have like a lot of Steelbook editions of games and Day 1 editions of some games. So those usually aren't as special. I know I thought about getting like the Just Cause 3 special edition that had like a model of the grappling hook. That was kind of cool. But I didn't pick it up. I'm still really kicking myself for not picking up the Fallout 4 Pip-Boy edition, because I actually had multiple opportunities to get one at regular price. Believe it or not, I actually had multiple opportunities, but I didn't ever go for it for some reason. And I really regret that, because it's not the coolest thing in the world, but it's still a Fallout collector's item, and I wouldn't mind having it back from when Bethesda wasn't as terrible of a company. Okay, our destination is somewhere on the outskirts of the town, so that's why I'm sort of walking in circles, because I need the buttons anyway. And the other crafting materials we find. The world, again, it's procedural, or not procedurally, but randomly generated every time you start a new game or start a new chapter, even. And then, what are some of the other collector's editions? Again, The Last of Us. Actually, no, before I talk The Last of Us, the Death Stranding Special Edition has to be one of the weirdest things I've ever seen. It's so weird. Like, it's... What, isn't it like the baby? Like, the BB? Wait, like, why? Who thought that was normal? Because it's not. It's kind of weird. Like, really, extremely weird. You had money lying around and said, why not? Oh, actually, yeah, I have the Ultimate Edition for... No, not the Ultimate, the... Whatever the $100 one was that had the steel back case and a couple other things like the map and stuff, but not like the... whatever the super expensive one was. Hey, Invisible! It has not been an hour, it's been 25 minutes. That's dumb. Thank you, YouTube, for being so stupid. And we are playing Uglydolls An Imperfect Adventure. Hello, evil Robo-Man. You were not supposed to be there. I wasn't expecting you to be there. We are playing this game because trophies. Trophies are life, and life is trophies, even though it's not. Don't listen to me on this, kids. It's, trophies are not life. I just do it because I personally enjoy it, and it makes for decent YouTube content. Yeah, it's a very easy change of pace. Like, this is a very, very easy game and very slow-paced, relaxed game overall. There's a reason I called it Fetch Quest Simulator 2019 or Fetch Quest the Game 2019. So I don't mind playing it. It can be fun just to play something simple and relaxing sometimes.
And so, Wage unleashed her wherever they were.
Alright, so that was actually... Wow, we're already done with Chapter 2. There we go. 2 chapters down. 5 more to go. Although the first 2 chapters are kind of short. Stay in school, kids, unless it's closed. Then go home. That's... Okay, I give them credit. I saw that the first time through. That's actually pretty good. There went the last of my coffee. Maybe that's the reason I'm tired during the day. Is because sometimes I drink coffee at night. I mean, it's like 8:30, but it gives me plenty of energy for gaming or recording at night. But it's probably not the best idea. I mean, it's not bad for you because you can literally drink 10 cups of coffee a day and be fine. Okay, maybe not 10. That was probably an exaggeration. But you can drink a few cups of black coffee a day and be perfectly fine, so... But probably shouldn't be drinking it later at night. But I take it for the energy, and because my allergies have been getting at me a little bit this week for some reason. They haven't been that bad this year, which I'm really thankful for. Oh, we got another robot. Playing Neo. Neo is, yeah, that game doesn't really interest me, and then... ISA, you are working on Outlast 2. Yep. I have heard how hard that one is. Doesn't Brian at PS4 Trophies actually have that platinum? Like, I think he actually has that platinum, which surprises me because... Well, no, it doesn't surprise me that much because he doesn't have, like, as many platinums as some of us that are higher ranked, but he has some good ones. He has some easy ones, and he has some good ones. So I give him credit on that. I've heard that it's a very scary game, though. I'll probably put it in my library just for something to play on my alt account at some point, if it's terrifying. So that would be the goal. Just find something terrifying to play. I don't know if I hate the movie because I didn't spend money to see it. Because that would be dumb to do. I had no intention of spending money to go see this movie. Ooh, the pogo stick. That is actually very useful. We actually do need that. Well, I mean, we don't necessarily need it for everything, but, it's good for helping to find items. So we can climb. Insanely dark, so yeah, I mean, at least you can bump up the brightness. That reminds me of, like, you guys remember Siren Blood Curse? Like, all years ago, we got Siren Blood Curse. It was the 3rd Siren game. It was on the PS3. It was free on PS Plus a while back. And it's, like... It's kind of terrifying in dumb ways. But it always was super dark, so you can't see the screen half the time. That's one that... I've got a few videos of. Me and Lizard Guy actually played it and recorded a few videos of it. I don't know if we were drunk during it or not. But we have it, and we played it at some point, and it was actually really funny. I need to edit that still, but it was great. I actually really enjoyed that. So I need to actually edit that. I still need to edit some Mario Party games, too. I have like 4 Mario Party games that need to be edited. Taking a long time. Or, I mean, it's not that it takes a long time, I'm just lazy. And because, unfortunately, a lot of those videos, not the Siren videos, but the old Mario Party was recorded on my old camera, not even my current one that I use for vlogging and cooking, but like my actual old camera from the good old days. And it actually can't, like, the files don't work in Premiere Pro, so I have to go and edit it in, like, iMovie. Which is a problem because there are things I have to cut out. Reasons. Because I don't want to get in more trouble with YouTube. I mean, I'm not, like, in trouble with them or anything right now, but gotta be careful these days with YouTube. Smash Bros. Had another DLC. That game's gonna get DLC for a long time, I would think. It's a fun game, I just don't have the time to play it. Like, I don't really have the time I need to play my Switch, and I'm so sad about it because I have a lot of games I want to play on the Switch. I have that, Luigi's Mansion just came out. There's another Pokemon game that's coming out. You know, I wish I had more time to game, you know? Adulting. Almost wish I'd had my Switch during... Okay, no, let me rephrase that, because if I had my Switch during college, I might have been there an extra semester. Because I might have wasted too much time playing it along with other stuff. And then we were talking collector's editions earlier. I wasn't quite done talking about that, I just got sidetracked, but... Yeah, there was... What is up with that Death Stranding edition? That it's like the BB encased in the container thing. It's weird. I just find that to be very odd. And then, like, The Last of Us 2 has some kind of Ellie edition, I think it's called. That looks cool. It comes with, like, a backpack and a bunch of other stuff. But it's really, really expensive. Like, it's like $300 or $400, I think. So it's some absurd price. It probably is already sold out anyway, even if I wanted it. But it's, I mean, like, I'd love to buy all these collector's editions. I just wish I had the money for it. I mean, theoretically, I have a decent amount of money saved at any time. I do have a bit of, like, a safe... It's meant to be like a safety net, though, or for things that are actually important. Like eventually buying a house. Oh, hello! Okay, that's gonna hurt. I'm about to get yeeted. Ow. Bad timing. Very bad timing. Very bad driver timing. Speaking of which, I still say he's now copied my series of trophy list analysis videos, because he started doing them recently. He does them real condensed versions of them, though, usually only for games that he gets early access to. I don't get early access to most games. I've only gotten early access to a couple of games ever. Love to get more early access to games, though. I don't know, maybe someday. Never know. Okay, so what's that gonna do? Is that... Yeah, that activates a bunch of stuff. You're starting up Destiny 2, nice. It's not that hard of a platinum, and it's gotten better. Oh, you're in school as well. Yeah, it gets hectic at times. I usually was able to balance my course load in a good way to where it wasn't too overwhelming for the most part. Because I took summer classes instead of overloading on credits during the semester, so I sort of had year-round classes, which was fine. Really didn't make much of a difference. Heck, it was during one of my summer classes where I did my Let's Play of Homefront the Revolution that got me hooked on coffee for the first time. That's a story for another day, though. That's a story for, like, that deserves to be its own particular video. Ooh, that almost hit me. Yeah, that deserves to be its own particular video because of just the way that whole situation was. I don't know why I started singing. Invisible, it is Uglydolls An Imperfect Adventure. It is a game where you play as the Ugly Dolls from the Ugly Dolls movie that came out this year and stop a robot invasion, I think, is the story. Like, I'm pretty sure that's the whole story of it, which it makes about as much sense as it can, I guess. It's just a bunch of fetch quests, honestly. It's you go out, you find a character, you find a bunch of items for said character, you go back to the base, and rinse and repeat for 7 chapters. With a bit of crafting in it. A parody, like, I don't think I'd call it a parody of, like, other games. I'd say that this was a legitimate game that they put a little bit of legitimate effort and money into. Doesn't mean it actually plays fine, which is surprising to me. Like, it plays fine. I haven't really run into any, like, bugs or other things with it, which is strange, once again. Like, it works well enough for what it is, so I'm pleasantly surprised by the fact that the game actually works. Now, it's not a good game by any means, but it functions, which is good. It's playable. It's not that long, so you don't have to suffer through it for too long. And it's a good chill game for a stream, which is always a good thing. To be honest, I didn't really have anything else to play this week. Now that I'm done with Modern Warfare, I didn't really have anything else to play. So just thought, hey, why not? Oh, hello. Oh, I almost knocked him into the water, or I almost made him trip and fall into the water. These things, if they hit you, will, like, reverse your direction. Come on, fall in the water. Yeah, there we go. Got him in the water. It works, it just works. Like, yeah, again, this game might function better than a Bethesda game. Okay, I'm kind of curious here. What happens if I touch the water without an inner tube? I haven't checked yet. Is it death? It is! Wow, okay. I didn't know that. I thought maybe it would be slower damage. Okay then. Interesting. It was worth it for the... And that's how you know this is a kid's game, because, one, it's not health, it's courage. It makes you courageous. Or you lose your courage when things go bad instead of your health. Yeah, movie-based games are usually bad. Every now and then you'll get a good one, but not many. There's a handful that are decent, but most of them are not, and this is not one of them. But again, it's functional enough that it's at least, you know, playable. And I can tolerate it. Bethesda's just, like, dead now. Like, I don't know how they're gonna come back from Fallout 76. Especially since everyone's praising the Outer Worlds. And I can't wait to play it at some point. I'm probably gonna get it for Christmas. I cannot wait to play it at some point. Because it looks so fun. And everyone says it's, you know, it's the Fallout game that we've always wanted. But of course, it was made by Obsidian, not Bethesda, so it should have Bethesda terrified. The most obscure film I ever watched. Well, I feel like my dad has a certain tendency to find terrible random movies on TV that are usually terrible. Now, sometimes you get really good ones, like, or ones that are easily in the so bad they're good category, like Starship Troopers. That movie, I don't care how much it gets hated on by critics. It has, like, a massive cult following for a good reason, because it's so stupid, but in a good, fun way that makes it fun to watch. That's one of my all-time favorite cult classic films. And I really hope that we do end up getting like a proper remake someday of it. Because we're supposed to be getting like a remake or a reboot of it at some point. I don't know when at any point, but hopefully someday. Because that'll be fun, because the original's good, but it's not even close to the book, because it's based off of a book written in the 50s, and it's not even remotely close. It's just one of those movies that's so stupid and cheesy that it's awesome to watch. What are some other obscure movies? Rubber? Anyone ever seen Rubber? The movie about the killer tire that goes around using psychokinetic powers to murder people? Yeah, that's a thing. It's actually a thing. And it's about what you'd expect it to be. It's a murderous tire that rampages around and kills people. Please go check it out. It got, like, decent reviews, too, which is the funniest part. I think it had, like, a 50-ish, 50+% approval, which is even more shocking. But yes, it's a movie about a killer tire that goes exactly how you'd probably expect something like that to go. Alright, so now we need to trap a few robots. This is about the only way you can actually kill them. What fictional character I like but everyone else hates? I really don't know, actually. I don't really know one in particular that I like that a bunch of people hate, really. Another password unlocked. We've gone a long way to make a tire movie, exactly. Just Dance 2020. Oh yeah, the game that that for some reason is coming out on the Wii. For some inexplicable reason. Because that makes sense. I mean, coming out on the Wii, brand new, and in 2019 for some reason. Character I like that everyone else hates. I mean, I honestly don't really know that much anymore, because I don't really watch much stuff. Like, I really don't watch much, like, TV or movies or anything anymore. I guess if I broaden that to video games, though, I would say, like, for video games, I'm a character that I hate that everyone else likes. Don't spank me. You're a cleaning robot. Don't spank me. Okay, here's a good one. Waluigi, just because I have a bit of a funny story. Because, like, when I was a kid, whenever I played, like, Mario games, my dad would always play as Waluigi. And I would usually play as someone else. And he would... I get my love of gaming from my dad's side of the... Well, actually, no, from both sides of my family. But he would get more competitive than you'd expect, and it could get annoying, but he would always play as Waluigi, but I've always had a soft spot for Waluigi because my dad always played as him. I guess that's one. I don't hate him the way that some people do, I guess, because he's not a well-liked character. Speaking of stuff like that, I know that, like, Super Mario Sunshine is not that well liked of a game when you really look at it. It always had, like, a lot more haters on it. Whereas I personally enjoyed Sunshine more than 64. There's a good controversial opinion. Probably because I grew up with Sunshine instead of 64. So I guess that's fair. Alright, so I think this is actually the end of the 3rd chapter. Yeah, Waluigi's a bit underrated. That is the end of Chapter 3 already. Awesome. I don't know, we're only at 46 minutes. I might be able to speedrun this a bit. It'd be cool if I were to get the Platinum tonight. I don't quite think it'll happen, but it would be pretty cool if I did. Trying to think of any other majorly underrated characters. I can more think of, like, the context of actual, like, games and movies and TV shows and stuff. In terms of things that are underrated more than individual characters, because I don't always remember characters that well from a lot of things. The game said, "What's the rush?" I didn't see it. I wasn't looking at the screen. Oh, that's hilarious. It's... What do you call it? Self-aware? Yeah, self-aware. Speaking of self-aware, my Roomba is lazy. Now, let me explain that, what I mean by that. My Roomba, I think, is legitimately lazy. 2 days now. 2 days in a row, or 2 days this week, not in a row, but 2 days this week, I've run it to get some stuff clean, because I hadn't run it for a while, and I hadn't vacuumed for a while. Because I had to change rugs, because it kept getting stuck on the old rug. It had like a fringy portion that it kept getting stuck on. And my Roomba, I ran it 2 days in a row. And if you don't know what a Roomba is, it's a little vacuum cleaner that goes around on its own. They're really, really good. They're really cool. I love that thing. Because it means I don't really have to vacuum anymore. Okay, I don't know why it makes me get this. Because you can just use the hover hat to do everything. Let me go ahead and make like one of everything as well, so I have it. And then I came home the first day I ran it, which I think was Monday. And I come home to find that it has stopped on the rug in my bathroom, like perfectly in the center of the rug in my bathroom. Because it ran out of battery there. And then today I came home and it parked itself right in the middle of my main, like, living room rug. So, here's the thing, though. When the Roomba starts to get low on battery, and its job is basically done, it goes back to its docking station, which is in my living room. So, 2 days in a row now, it has made itself run out of battery on the comfortable carpet and made me carry it back to its charging station. I legitimately think my Roomba is self-aware and lazy. I legitimately do think it's self-aware and lazy. Roomba, if you're listening, don't try to murder me in the middle of the night. Because I know they probably listen to you as well. It's over on the... Okay, do not get hit by him. Oh, that was close. It's okay if I get hit now. So yeah, I know you're listening over there, buddy. I'm gonna run it again tomorrow, one more time, to get up any remaining dust. I normally wouldn't run it 3 times in a week, usually would only run it once in a week. But I'm gonna run it again tomorrow, and if it runs out of power in the middle of a comfortable carpet again, that's gonna prove my hypothesis that mine is particularly lazy. Nah, my bedroom door's closed and locked at night, so I'm not worried about it coming in and stalking me. Although the other funny thing it's done is it's at least once now when I was running it during the day when I was home, I walked into the bathroom because I just had to pee and I live alone, so I don't always close the door. And the thing followed me in there. I'm not even kidding. It actually followed me into the bathroom while I was peeing. Like, hey, I'm here. I'm here. What do you need from me? And I just looked back at it like, Roomba, why? Can I have a little privacy here? So yeah, that's been a thing. It's very useful though. I really like it. It works great, but it's kind of funny what happens with it. And then, what else was I going to say? Let's see, I talked about Roomba, and then there was something else I was going to talk about, and I think I went off on an entire tangent that I now forgot what I was going to talk about. It was something about games or characters or something. Alright, so I think I need to pop another search balloon because this... I can't remember if this is the entirety of the chapter or not. Little auto vacuum from A Hat in Time. I haven't played A Hat in Time. I still need to do that. That's one I really need to play because I've heard very good things about it. Yeah, that's one I definitely need to play. Oh! Okay, then. I guess you just committed suicide. Okay, then. That's fine. Any specific character... Yeah, that's... Again, I'm more about, like, actual full-on shows and movies and games and stuff that I hate or like that everyone else hates or likes, more than actual characters, because I don't always remember characters as well. Like, another show I remember that I personally liked that a lot of people didn't. I found out more in modern days that a lot of people didn't like it, which, when I was a kid, I thought everyone liked it. And apparently I was wrong. Like, very wrong. And that is Rocket Power. The old show on Nickelodeon with the 4 kids that do all the sports and stunts and stuff. And I found out over the last few years, a lot of people really didn't like the show. And I thought everyone I knew liked it. I mean, most everyone I knew did like it. Now, like, here's the mentality of this, though, that was interesting. Most people I knew tended to like Rocket Power, but didn't like Avatar when it came out, when it first came out. Like, that's the environment of people I was around, which is just really backwards. I mean, don't get me wrong, I still think Rocket Power was a good show, and I personally grew up with it and enjoyed it. But the fact that so many people really didn't like Avatar when I was a kid just astounds me. I mean, we would have been like 10-ish around the time it came out. But that just, like, that was always a little bit surprising. A lot of people really didn't like... Okay, where did he come from? Okay, jump scare. Legitimate jump scare. I don't know where he came from. Was he just waiting in there? I think he was just sitting in there waiting for me. Okay, then. That made for a little bit better content. Characters you hate but everyone else likes. Nintendo, Marvel, and DC. Well, I think there's a lot of people that aren't interested in Marvel and DC just because they aren't interested in superhero stuff. Myself being part of that, I'm not really that concerned with that universe. But yeah, Hat in Time, that's definitely one I want to play. It looks like it's a really fun game. A lot of people have said they like it, so at some point I definitely need to play, because it's on PS4, and it's on Switch. Or I'm pretty sure it's on Switch. I know it's on PS4. What are these robots gonna do? Oh, they're just gonna launch ice cream at me. Okay. They wanted to watch Case Closed, and you watched Metabots. Why was I looking at the... Oh, I shouldn't have been looking at the thing during that. Because I wasn't even looking at the screen. I didn't think they could hit me where I was. I was trying to read the comment. Yeah, like, I guess the shows that we like do change over time. I realize, like, I liked Avatar as a kid for one reason or another, but I've grown to like it and appreciate it a lot more for what it is. For more than just, like, the crazy cool battles and the humor, but the story especially, that I didn't really follow as much when I was a kid. It's all good, because being a kid's game, there's really no punishment for death. You just go back to the center of the map. That's literally the only punishment. So it's not even a big deal if you die in this game, which is hilarious. Alright, hopefully we're going to end up having enough crafting materials by the end of the game, because I'm not focusing as much on getting them. Didn't I already... Oh, this is a different area of the town. And he's stupid. Oh, hello, There's a charger in there! What is this game? I don't remember having that on my first run. I really don't. That's the second time there's been a charger just sitting in there waiting for me. That's not cool. Can't be... Pillow fight. Okay, he's gonna hit me again, that's fine. I mean, I don't really care. Because again, death really doesn't make a difference. You hate the... My Little Pony, Elsa, Despicable... Yeah, well, you're not the only one that hates the Minions. You are not the only one that hates Minions. Though that's a very divisive one, because I know some people that love them and most people despise them. So that's not very unusual at all. Alright, so there's only 3 more, and I, of course, can't go that way because it's a phone booth. I have to go out front. Oh, there it is. Okay, it's on the ground. Gonna have to make another search balloon here. Unless the next one's just gonna pop up for me. Of course it's not. Alright, let's go find those last 2. I love how they couldn't even make, like, unique models for each item. They just reused the gold button, gold coin, gold puzzle piece coin, technically. But, you know, we're through 3 chapters. I don't know, like, you might actually be able to speedrun this game a bit faster than I thought. Now, some of these later chapters are longer, though, so we'll have to see. And they require quite a few resources, unfortunately. That's just really the whole thing that can drag out the later portions of the game, is just that you need a lot of resources to be able to make everything. And that's really about it. Like, it just takes a lot of stuff. Alright, so we only need 1 more item. Let's go ahead and launch one last balloon. It is not over here, so this will be later. Alright, so there's only 1 more. Is it up on top of one of these towers, maybe? Or it would be nice if it was on the ground somewhere. No, I think it's up on top. Oh, wait, no, it's not. It's somewhere else. We've got a lot of buttons, though, which is good, so we'll only need about 500 more. Hi, Wilton. Alright, so where's this item? Where is this thing? Wasn't I already here? Or is it just on the other side of the lake, probably? Maybe I should have just jumped into the water at some point, so I would have respawned in the center of the map instead. That might have been better. Yeah, yeah, the minions were designed to be annoying, but a lot of people think they're cute and funny. And I'm definitely not in the camp that feels like that. This is Uglydolls An Imperfect Adventure. Fetch Quest 2019, the game. That's the better name for it. I don't know if we're getting the platinum tonight. I think I might be a little too far away, but you never know. You never know what might happen. If we make good enough progress, it's possible we get close to getting it. If not, I'll finish it tomorrow. Non-stream, though. It's fun live streaming the platinums. Need to start doing that a little more often. Because you guys seem to enjoy it, so that's good. And then once I'm finished with this game, I can put more attention into Far Cry 2 because it's going to take a lot longer. Although, I mean, I feel like I'm kind of in the home stretch because I'm down to like the last maybe third of the kills I need. And a third of my remaining kills are multi-kills. So it's not quite as bad. I mean, multi-kills are annoying, but at least I'm making a bit of progress. Character you like but everyone else hates, the Joker? I feel like that would be the other way around. I feel like most people find the Joker to be a really cool villain. I mean, I guess it depends on what version of it. Like, when Heath Ledger did it back in Dark Knight, that was awesome. Like, that whole portrayal was awesome. And then, I've heard that the new Joker movie is actually really good. The one that's sort of the standalone Joker movie. I've heard that that one's really good. I don't know, I didn't see it, but I heard good things about it. Okay, now we just gotta go track down a single other item. I don't know where it's going to be at. Yeah, I think that a lot of people are fans of the Joker. I think there's a bigger fan base for that than some characters out there. Why do I have to return to Wage? He's gonna disappear in like 20 seconds anyway. I don't even know what the purpose of having the followers with you is. It doesn't really seem to do anything unless you're required to have them with you to forward one step of a quest. Doesn't really make a lot of sense. Because the location's already been marked on the map. Oh, that's why. Okay, that makes sense. That's unfortunate. So I actually had to have him here to open the door, of course. Character completely overrated. Yeah, I could maybe see Superman. I mean, because you think about it, he's basically invincible. There's not as much fun in that as characters who can be threatened a little more often. And I should probably heal. It's not that big a deal, but I'd probably rather do that than die. Doesn't matter if Wage disappears now. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of overrated characters and stuff, especially if they aren't portrayed well in a lot of their movies. I know a lot of people, for an example of a game, I know that, like, Far Cry New Dawn was pretty divisive. Like, a lot of people, myself included, loved the game. And a lot of people thought it was either bad or overrated. I mean, that's a series that gets a lot of people thinking that it might be a little bit overrated. Oh, this quest. Oh, this one's annoying. There's a lot of items to find here. Oh, this should be fun. 27 pieces of ice, like you can't just go to someone's freezer and get it. Then where would be the video game in that? Right, there wouldn't be one. There didn't need to be one in the first place, but... Ow. Ice physics in a kid's game. Yeah, Squidward... Not even as much Squidward. I would say more Pearl and Karen from SpongeBob. Because I feel like those two, and even like Sandy, are all really good characters in the right situations that don't get as much screen time as they probably could. Because like Pearl's evolved from more than just screaming, "Daddy!" She's actually like become a decent character that can be fun to watch, and then Karen has gotten really good in the more recent seasons. Like, her roles have gotten so good in the more recent seasons, and there's a lot... They've been having a lot more episodes in the recent seasons where the characters sort of meet up and spend time together, if you want to say it that way, like, that are sort of different combinations. Like, Pearl, Sandy, and Mrs. Puff, or Karen and Sandy, or Gary and Plankton's amoeba Spot. SpongeBob to be relatable. I mean, it was one of my favorite shows as a kid. It wasn't the actual favorite, but it was one of them. But yeah, like, they've had some really good episodes in the more recent seasons just with doing things like that, where they combine, like, bring in multiple characters with the storylines like that, and it tends to do the series pretty well. I think it's been good for them. And I think that the series has had some amount of a rebound to it. Can we please get off of these ice physics? I think this is the only time we have to deal with the ice physics, thankfully. I don't even care if they kill me because... Oh, never mind. There actually is one popping up. I didn't know that another one was going to pop up. The more modern SpongeBob... No, not SpongeBob. Patrick. Especially the mid-series Patrick. Not so much the modern Patrick or the old Patrick, but the mid-series Patrick. When he was just a giant asshole. Because there were a number of seasons where he was just... His character got kind of ruined during the slump. During the SpongeBob slump, if you want to call it that. During the bad years of the show. His character got kind of ruined. Because they took him from being the lovable fat guy with a good heart that was just really dumb to being, like, legitimately malicious a lot of the time. When you really look at it, he kind of got to be, like, really, like, mean and malicious to people and doing things for bad reasons. Just kind of less good character. Wait a second. I'm about to say, like, do I not slide if I'm using this? I mean, Patrick, he exists. He's just... He was good. He was a great character in, like, the early years of the show, naturally. When he was still lovable and funny and just the big goof that was... It was entertaining to have around... But he wasn't, like, evil. He wasn't malicious about anything. He genuinely, if he did something stupid that hurt someone, he usually felt sorry for it or was doing it for a legitimate reason. But then he just got to be, like, really bad. Oh, crap, really? Okay, so that's how this is gonna be. This could actually be a bit more annoying because ice physics. There we go. Had to use this suit. Huh, this... You know, I didn't really use this in my first playthrough. But this suit's actually pretty good. Like, it gives you extra lift and keeps you in the air for longer. So it's more like a hover ability. And that's very useful, to be fair. That's actually more useful than I thought it would be. As I know it can help lift you over walls. Oh, yeah, like, I think you just stepped out because I was getting, like, really tired. And that was, like... Well, I think I ended it, like, 10 seconds after I saw that message. Or you post that message, like, 10 seconds before I started to end it or something, which was kind of funny, but bad timing. Nah, it's all good. I mean... It's all good. I already had my, not tea, but coffee for me. Because I'm a coffee drinker, not a tea person. Oh no, he actually killed me. Yeah, man, you can go prep tea. I'm probably going to be going for another hour. Because it's theoretically possible I could finish the game tonight. So I may go longer, actually. Yeah, I'll still be online unless the stream dies for some reason, like my capture card crashes or something. Get good in games, yeah, that's, Oh, I hear that whenever I hear anyone complain about Dark Souls. Whenever I hear anyone complain about Dark Souls or any of the Soulsborne games on, like, trophy forums and stuff, and half the comments are literally just people yelling, get good. That can get annoying. We got this one guy on our, on the Facebook trophy hunting group I'm part of. I mean, Bloodborne is a Soulsborne game. We got this one guy who literally all he does, like, everyone has come to expect once a week, approximately, for him to make an angry rant post about a game and a specific trophy in it being glitched for him or some other nonsense. And he does it, like, every week for usually the stupidest things. Occasionally there are things that are true. But usually it's something that's over-exaggerated or a lie outright. Or not even an outright lie, but just, like, way over-exaggerated. And whenever anyone says anything to him about his repeated anger posts, he blocks them and curses at them. It's honestly pretty entertaining. I find it to be entertaining enough that it's interesting. Alright, so this should be the end of day 4, or chapter 4. Yeah, I think this is the end. Yeah, man, this game might be shorter than I thought it was. I guess it was partially because I was learning the mechanics and going for the miscellaneous trophies. But if this is the end of chapter 4, then we're over halfway through the game. Now, 6 and 7 are pretty long. 6 and 7 require quite a bit of materials to get through because you have to build and find a whole bunch of stuff. I don't know, maybe I'll have to change the title of the stream to Live Platinum. If it looks like that's going to happen, then I'll plug in a second controller at some point for the other trophy. Because there is a trophy that requires 2 controllers. It only requires you to play for a few seconds, but it does require 2 controllers. What do we get? The distraction device that's kind of useless. This is the 5th chapter already. Wow. Okay, we might actually finish this tonight. I don't want to jinx it, but it's a possibility. Because we're only an hour and 15 minutes in, and we finished the first 4 chapters. So we're like probably halfway through at this point. Because 6 and 7 are longer. Unless I already have all the materials I need for a few of them, which I might. That's cool. So maybe we will get another live platinum. Oh, the original Sabrak? No, I have not played that. I've heard good things about it for the most part. I don't really know how true it is, but I have heard good things about it. I can imagine it's probably relatively fun, but probably not as well refined as Rocket League. And I still enjoy Rocket League. Like, I don't go out of my way to ever play it, really, because I don't really have that much time to play stuff like that. But yeah, it's a good game. That's a good game. I enjoy Rocket League. I enjoyed getting the platinum in that. Although back in the day, it was a bit more time-consuming. Like, back in the... Or, not necessarily time-consuming, but like, back in the day, I think there was more, like, glitch stuff in it. This game reminds me reminds you a little bit of Little Big Planet, really? I guess it's got sort of the cutesiness to it that you could say that, but I don't know if I'd quite say Little Big Planet. Oh crap, that's not what I intended to do. Where is my other bag? Ow, oh no. Oh, he only teleported me outside. Okay, never mind, that wasn't a big deal. I thought he was going to teleport me halfway across the map somewhere. I mean, this really isn't a platformer, though. I mean, this is really... It's just a collect-a-thon and fetch quests. Little Big Planet is more of a platformer and a better game. I mean, I've only ever played, I think, the first one, though. That was a series I never really got into, and I think all the platinums are unobtainable now anyway. Oh, you see, I'd like to jump over there. Oh, you know what? I can get that. Just do it that way. And this bird suit's actually really useful. I don't remember it being that... I mean, I didn't really use it that much previously. Sneak through because logic. Okay, let's turn that on. And we can't use that one yet because we got to talk to the ugly dog. There's no such thing as an ugly dog. All dogs are cute and lovey. Well, they're not all lovey, but they're all cute. Yeah, I bet it was probably fun to create levels on. So, the hardest trophy in this game had to do with that music box that I just threw. Is that you have to have 5 enemies follow you at once. And you have to get 5 enemies to dance at the same time using a music box. It looks like I managed to get 4 here. That one trophy, like, it's not really that hard, but it's a little bit random, a little bit luck-based. Because there's only certain, it's only available sort of in certain ways, like, you have to really be on the lookout for it, something you have to kind of go out of your way for. I guess that's what I was trying to say. Little Big Planet 1, 2, and 3 are still obtainable? Oh, okay. Because I know that one of them requires you to do all the level sharing and stuff. And I think the DLCs are delisted. I know that Carts is unobtainable. That's the one that I know is unobtainable now. That's why I'm working my way through Far Cry 2. I want to get it done before it becomes unobtainable at some point. I don't know when, but it'll happen eventually. It's old enough that it will happen. Though it is Ubisoft, and they usually keep their games online for a while. The longer it stays online, the better. Because it's going to take me probably at least another month, a solid month of grinding to finish the multiplayer. As like I said before, I'm around 2,800 kills away, and I'm only averaging about 150 to 175 an hour. And then there's the horribly obnoxious part of multi-kills. Because not only does it require having a third player, but it's buggy as all hell. Because the multi-kills only sometimes count under certain circumstances, and yeah, it's not... That particular thing is not fun. That particular aspect of the game is not fun. You did Far Cry 2 back in the day on the 360. Yeah, the single player... I'm legitimately curious to try out the single player. Because I know it's going to be harder because of just, like, certain game designs to it, but I am legitimately curious to try out the single player, because it might be kind of fun. Because I enjoy the Far Cry games. I've always enjoyed the Far Cry franchise, except for Far Cry Classic, because it's not really a Far Cry game in the way that we're used to it. I think it's backwards compatible now, too, which is kind of cool. Or, I mean, not for us on PlayStation. For those of you on Xbox, I think it's backwards compatible. Yeah, I'm curious to start the single player, but I will be taking a bit of a break from the game after I finish that multiplayer. Because I'm going to need a break after finishing that multiplayer. I will be burnt out on that entire franchise at that point. Which I guess is a good thing that that's the only Far Cry game I have left to finish. Because that's going to be something to be proud of, in that once I eventually finish Far Cry 2, I will have all the Far Cry games platinumed and 100%ed. So that'll be definitely something to be proud of. Yeah, I've heard that a lot of people say it's one of the best in the series for the single player, which is why I'm kind of excited for it. I'm just, personally, I just wish that the trophies were not quite as missable. I have no problem with the trophies being more difficult, but they're a lot more missable. In that one, I know, because of, like, subverting missions, buddies, and just a lot of other sort of more complicated stuff. It's like, I don't mind it not being, you know, handholdy or being more difficult, but missable trophies are one of my least favorite kinds of trophies, especially in a really long open world game. Because that just kind of takes away from the gameplay and the ability to enjoy the game and the story, is when you put in highly missable trophies. That would require, you know, a whole extra playthrough to get if you miss anything. I know I'm going to need another one of these later. I actually might have a good number of materials. And it might not quite be enough, but it might be kind of close to being enough. The more materials I have, the better, because it might very well mean I can get the platinum tonight, which would be great. And I can go ahead and send this back to Gamefly. Heart of Darkness. That's the final mission, though, isn't it? Yeah, isn't that the final mission? Because I know I remember reading that in, like, the missable trophies section, or just saying that was the pure point of no return. Oh, whoa, this opened up 2 paths. Why? I guess that's okay, but Branching paths and then Uglydolls game is not something I would expect or care about. That is not all the way through yet. We got another thing active. I think this is the last quest in Chapter 5. But then 6 and 7 require a lot of stuff. Okay, so it is the very end of the game. Oh, there's a SpongeBob pack. That's cool. But yeah, I think the DLC for that game is delisted. But if I can finish the Far Cry franchise, that'll be something to be very proud of, because that's not an easy franchise to 100%. I mean, for the only one that's actually, like, truly difficult is Far Cry 2. And even then, it's not as absurd as some franchises. There's another series I'm close to being done with is Killzone. And one that I can get pretty close to being 100%ed. Because Killzones 1, 2, and 3 are done 100%. Got through them before the server shut down. I never did Killzone 3 multiplayer. I wanted to, but I was hearing too many horror stories of stats not saving or ever recording properly and just didn't feel that it was worth my time to do the multiplayer variant versus just doing the DLC for Killzone 3 that I already had the base game done on. And then I did that. I did Killzone Mercenary, that's the Vita one. And I Platinum Shadowfall. So all I really have left out of what I actually can do is I've still got Shadowfall's DLC, which includes more painful multiplayer grinds. Oh no, you reversed the directions on which I can move. And then yeah, that's it. Just the Shadowfall DLC and the Intercept standalone that can be auto-popped if you finish everything in the other part of Killzone 3 in the base game of it, or the base game's DLC of it. Thought about putting the Master Chief Collection on PS4. It has 700 achievements? How? Like, that's not even conceivable. I mean, I know that it's multiple games, but that's just like not even conceivable. The closest to that on PS4 would be probably Dead by Daylight and Hitman, or Hitman 2. Yeah, there's the Killzone franchise. I'll be close to being done. The Fallout franchise I'll eventually have back to 100%. Plus Skyrim done once. I'm not doing Skyrim PS3. That sounds like a terrible idea. Gotta collect a few more buttons. We're gonna need more buttons at the very end. I'm gonna collect these resources here as well. Man, we got 10 people. 10 people watching the Uglydolls video game. I feel like I'm giving them undeserved publicity. Outside of being an easy platinum trophy, and that caters to people nowadays, so I guess that's the reason. I guess we'll say that. Yeah, I legitimately have 10 people in here watching the Uglydolls video game. That's probably a world record. That's legitimately probably a world record. Alright, that's the end of Chapter 5. Only 2 chapters left. So we're on to our last 2 chapters of the game, folks. Uglydolls beta sponsor. Resistance, that's a series that I wish that Resistance 2 was still obtainable, because I would probably do that series. Because 2 is unobtainable, 3 might be obtainable. I want to say it is, because it's only like one semi-multiplayer trophy. And I've already done the Vita one. The Vita one was fun, actually. You got yourself vanilla coffee instead of tea. I hope you're going to be able to sleep tonight, man. Because you're drinking it later than I drank mine. Call Ice Bat. Why must I do that? That requires effort. In this randomly generated 6th world. Yeah, 2 is unobtainable, but... I guess 3 is still obtainable, and that'd be cool if 2 was still obtainable, because I know it was just a normal boost. Oh wow, that's the first one done, okay. Alright guys, we only have to rescue 9, we only have 9 quests left in the entire game. Well, actually that's not true, because some of these guys have multiple. Yeah, because Burning Skies is still obtainable. That's the Vita one. Uncharted, that's a series that I ended up being very, very close to having 100%ed. Came pretty close, but just will never quite be able to finish the series now. Because I finished both versions of 1 and both versions of 2 are done. I've got Uncharted 3 Remastered done. Uncharted 4 has the Platinum. Uncharted 3 Original, Uncharted 3 has the Platinum. And then I finished both the Vita ones 100%. Which is good, because one of those is unobtainable now, too. Which is sad, like, that one went down with actually no notice. The Fight for Fortune, that one went down with absolutely 0 notice. You're a night owl. I think you might have told me that before. I was for a while, especially in college. I was definitely more of a night owl. But not really anymore. I've transitioned to being more of a traditional day kind of person. I mean, I still don't get as much sleep as I probably should. But it's usually not that bad. Because I usually try to be in bed by midnight or earlier. Because I used to, like, in college and stuff, I was usually up till, like, 2 in the morning. Do I live alone or with somebody? I live alone. Why do I trophy hunt? Probably for the same reason that you're an achievement hunter. I just find it to be satisfying. It's just always something I started doing it back with Fallout 3 and Quantum of Solace and Resident Evil 5 on the PS3 and just ended up really enjoying it, and people enjoyed watching videos of it on YouTube. I don't know, I've always, since I've been a kid, always kind of been a completionist in gaming and wanting to finish games as much as possible. So that's part of the reason, because that's sort of like what trophy hunting is just completionist of games. So I've always sort of been that way, and I should probably be more careful here. Can I even shut that one off? I can. Okay. If I get sick or need urgent help, call someone. It is really about the only option. As sad as that sounds, that is pretty much my only option. I don't live too far. I mean, I live pretty close to an urgent care, at least. Real skill? Oh, that's easy. Cooking. I'd love to be better at cooking. Yeah, that's an easy question. Because I'd love to be able to make, you know, constantly make, like, steaks and stuff as good as a high-quality restaurant for half as much money. Stuff like that. Yeah, I would definitely say cooking. I get a life alert. Yeah, that's a possibility. That commercial has been around, apparently, since, like, the 70s or something. Which is really crazy to think of. Help! I've fallen and I can't get up. Yeah, something more than instant noodles and... I mean, I can cook some basic stuff. I'm not completely helpless in the kitchen. Contrary to what my videos would probably make people think, I'm not completely helpless when it comes to cooking. In fact, I'm probably as good at it, or better than... I'm probably better at it than my parents are. They're really not good at it. My grandparents are pretty good, though. On both sides are really good. Actually, really, my mom's... It's funny, like, my mom's side of the family, outside of her, got all the... Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That was a waste. Because it's already being shown on the map. Because, like, my mom's side of the family, with the lone exception of my mom, got all the creative genes, like art, cooking, all that kind of stuff. Whereas my mom got, like, the business and math and stuff like that. And didn't get any of the art or the cooking or anything. Ah, they didn't let you make it? You can still go get the ingredients to make it. No matter what they say, you can still go make it. It's not too many ingredients. Most of them aren't even that expensive except for the spices. So it's sugar, water, a lemon, a lime, an orange, and then a few spices. So it's not too terribly expensive or difficult to make. Oh, wait, that was supposed to be a sprinting one. I wasn't ready for that. Yeah, try out the Nuka-Cola recipe, Ludish. It was fun. It's fun to try to cook things. Okay, I don't even know if this is one that I even have to activate. Oh, crap. Oh, crap. Don't run out of time. Ooh, that was close. And you know, the sad thing is there was another way up here. I could have just covered up, probably. Your dad's side got the drawing and writing and introversion. Your mom's side, educational, religion focus. So you've got more of your dad's side, it sounds like. I think I got a pretty solid mix. I definitely have some of both in me. But yeah, making the recipes is fun. Like, I've enjoyed doing that a lot. I've got, like, multiple videos of that are recorded. They just need to be edited. I've actually got 3 episodes and a mini episode. Tim Hortons. I've never had that coffee before. At home, I drink Nespresso. Which, like, the machine is a little more expensive than, like, a Keurig or anything. Even though it still just uses pods. But I think that the coffee is better, and it pays for itself really quickly. So in my opinion, it's pretty well worth it. Have I played The Long Dark? Which game? Is that the survival game that's in, like, the Arctic wilderness or something? Oh, it gave me the crafting recipe for the whoopee cushion, so I was normally have had to buy it. At least he gave me the recipe for free, that's nice. That's nice of you, man, but I don't really need any sort of, like, art or anything on the channel. It's not really a big enough channel or anything to be concerned with stuff like that. Maybe someday, if the channel ever does kind of get bigger. Although, speaking of growing, I am very close to 1 million views total on the channel. I'm at like 980-something thousand. So I'm going to hit 1 million probably by the end of the year. Or maybe not quite by the end of the year, but close to it. What hell did I promise to do when I hit 1 million? Was it... I can think of 2 things I've made promises for eventual, like, celebration-type videos. One of them is Whitetail Challenge. I think that was the one I talked about. Yeah, I think that was the one I talked about, that I was going to do, play Whitetail Challenge on stream, because it's one of the worst games I've ever played in my life. Yeah, man, maybe someday in the future, if the channel ever gets a little bit bigger and were to be a little bit more of a focus as a possibility of, like, an actual, more of a career. I don't know if it ever will, but you never know. You never know how viral trends tend to work out. No sane person should be interested in Whitetail Challenge, but you guys will probably be interested in watching me attempt to play it. Like I said, it is noticeably one of, if not maybe the worst game I've ever played. It's up there, for sure. That's one I talked about. And then also the... eventually doing a Fallout New Vegas max skills run. I've talked about doing that before, just not yet. Because that would be a lot longer, probably, than the Fallout 3 run was. Because there's 50 levels instead of 30. Whitetail Challenge is a quote-unquote hunting game on the PS3 that's absolutely horrendous. And the funny thing is, the game is so unknown that if you look up Whitetail Challenge on YouTube, my Platinum Trophy video is like the second video that comes up. That's how unknown it is. But it is an absolute horrible hunting game. It's just, it could not be any worse if it tried as a game. Yeah, it tries to be like the Cabela's games, but isn't. And the Cabela's games, a lot of those should not be considered hunting games, because they aren't even remotely close to anything realistic for hunting for the most part. A couple of them are, but most of them are not. Most of them aren't even remotely close to how hunting is. Oh, these guys are a little bit annoying to slow you down. You don't ever have to really deal with them, though. Oh no, he won't get to stay away from it unless he chooses not to watch that celebratory stream at some point. Whenever I do hit 1 million. No, we doing that. We doing that, boys. And I doing that drunk. Which is honestly probably a really bad idea. Because I've talked about it before when I talked about during the Platinum Trophy video of it. That was the only game I've ever played that I can remember at least that almost made me motion sick. It came pretty close to it. He had 15 to 16,000 subs. Someone hacked it. Oh man, that sucks. It's terrible. I knew someone in high school that had a lot of views, but it was because they like uploaded other people's, like they uploaded a couple of music videos or something that didn't belong to them. Yeah, Whitetail Challenge, it's like a PS3 Black Tiger, Life of Black Tiger, in terms of quality. Now, Life of Black Tiger, I have not yet played, because it's too expensive. It's usually like 10 bucks. It's never on sale. If it ever goes on sale, I will play it. Yeah, if you guys, you can feel free to look up Whitetail Challenge on YouTube, and more likely than not, my video of the platinum will be like the second video that comes up. Yeah, it's up there with games like Life of Black Tiger, which I really do want to play if it ever goes on sale and doesn't cost like $10. Especially since it's much shorter and easier to get all the trophies in. My other promise is... well, there's really only one other one, and it's that Fallout New Vegas max skills run. Which, compared to Fallout 3, would presumably take quite a bit longer. But it would be a lot of fun. It's definitely something that would be fun, just it would take so long to do. Like, I think it would probably take closer to 20 streams, compared to Fallout 3 taking like 12 or 13. So it would be ridiculously time-consuming, and it's just not something I'm into at this exact moment in time. I want to save it for a special occasion. Craft lures, well, I can do that. I think I might actually end up with enough materials. That's good. Do I not have a donation button? I should. Like, I have a, I think there's, like, a feature for it. Or, like, a super chat type button. I don't know. I mean, because I've gotten donations before on stream a couple times. I mean, I only make the videos for fun, really. I mean, it's cool making just a little bit of money from it, but... It's never gonna most likely ever be my full-time job or anything. Please tell me you're gonna give me the recipe for it. Good. Because I don't have that one. That's one you have to buy. Heart-to-heart live conversation. Yeah, I mean, that'd be fun. I mean, even with not a whole ton of viewers, that would still be fun. Because I think when I hit 2,000 subscribers, I did something a little bit like that. Because I did just like it was a live Q&A video. And I got a good number of people responding on it, so it was fun. But that was, God, that was like early in my streaming times. Old days. Well, old days in terms of the streaming. Here's the problem with that. I can't live stream off of a camera. Like, I literally have no way of live streaming off of a camera. All I really have is just my capture cards, so I mean, I guess theoretically I could record it. I don't really see that happening though. It's supposed to be square. Alright, so... Oh, wow, okay. There we go, guys! That is the end of Chapter 6. Let me jump into the water, because that'll immediately transport me back. Little shortcut there. Save a little bit of time if you were going to speed run this game. Which I could theoretically see as actually being a possibility. Like, this game, it would be okay for speedrunning if you, like, because it has a little bit of random chance to it, so it could possibly be interesting. I don't know, probably. I don't think speedrunners tend to enjoy games with a lot of random chance in them. Oh, that... Yeah, man, that's a good idea. That'd be fun.
And like a and
So that was the end of Chapter 6. We got one more chapter to go. And 1,000 buttons. Yeah, that'd be fun, because the first game I ever played on a console that I would be able to record was Rocket Power Beach Bandits. And I've actually thought for a while of a challenge run for that game that might be interesting. So that would be fun. That's a good idea. Because marathoning that game probably would only take like 5 hours. It's not that long of a game. Yeah, I think that's only 5 hours, so that's not too bad. Oh no, do I actually have to... Oh, this is gonna be rough if I actually have to unlock all of his crafting recipes. Okay, before... I'm gonna do everyone else's first. So yeah, this is the last chapter. Oh, thank you, man. $2 donation coming in. Thanks, man. That's awesome. No one ever has to donate, obviously, but that's pretty awesome. I don't get a lot of donations, so that's pretty awesome. Well, the Whitetail Challenge thing, I don't think I'd hate it quite as much just because I wouldn't be playing it for trophies. Be playing it just for quote-unquote fun with asterisks. Okay, if it's gonna seriously make me, like, actually buy everything from him and then go out and grind buttons when I was this close to the end, that's not good. I'm gonna look around. I'm gonna try to... If I finish the other quests first, my assumption is that will unlock other stuff. Yep. Okay, so we can find the others first. Okay, so we'll do all the others first. Because I do not want to have to buy all of those items for all the money. Or buttons, because, I mean, that's a lot. That's just going to be more of a grind. Ah, craft hearts. Well, that's easy enough. But thanks again for the donation, man. Really appreciate it. But yeah, that would be a good idea, Invisible. The only issue is that I don't have my Wii with me right now. It's back home. Oh, there's... Huh, okay, so we actually have 2 quests that we can do. Alright, well, I guess that doesn't really matter which order we do these 2 quests in. Ah, that sucks. I mean, that's how my money was for a long time when I was especially younger. Parents were... it's all... Although I was always pretty good about, like, saving mine. I don't know where I was going with that whole statement, actually. Always wanted to play, but never did. That could be interesting. Microsoft updates available. Not now. Don't do that to me. Computer. Another free-to-play easy platinum. Depends if we get any that ever come out that are free games that are easy platinums. I mean, there's usually free like 100%, but not a whole lot of free platinums. I mean, unless you're counting like PlayStation Plus games, in which case that's entirely dependent. Babbo. Alright, so now we have multiple objectives probably being able to be done at the same time. Blueberries and whatever it was, chocolate. Hello, Master Chief. The only problem is that I don't really have a PC that's capable of playing anything, like, actually good. I mean, I don't even have a PC, for that matter. I don't even have a desktop. I only have my laptop. And I'm recording this on a laptop, which the laptop works fine, for the most part, but yeah, I don't have a, any sort of, like, gaming console. Or gaming computer. I don't have a gaming console, even though I'm playing on a gaming console. No, I don't have like an actual good PC or anything though. A bunch of super easy to finish games that aren't considered games. That's not a bad idea. I got a collection of them I gotta play at some point. Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I got a bunch of crappy Ratalaika games. They're all the European versions of like 6 or 7 Ratalaika games, actually. That's not a bad idea. Oh, the video broke? Huh. I didn't see anything. Maybe something on YouTube's end. That's weird, because, yeah, I didn't see anything go wrong on my end, but I don't know. YouTube's dumb. Uh-oh, I insulted them. They'll probably kill my stream now, or they'll probably drop my stream health, because that's actually happened before. Ooh. Oh, great, there's multiple charging bots. Oh, crap. I don't like that. Okay, that was a little more hectic. 2 or 3 charging bots at once. An X1. I can't imagine that there's a decent gaming computer for like less than $100. I mean, maybe there is. I just find that quite hard to believe. Okay, where is this one at? Yeah, I find that a little hard to believe. I mean, maybe it's true. I guess the technology's probably getting cheaper. I mean, it's not out of the realm of possibility. I just seems a little bit unlikely. Oh, there's one. I don't really know enough about PC gaming anyway, or how you would record a PC game. Oh, it came back. Okay, that's good. Or were you talking about yourself or the stream? There we go. There's 10 more. Rome Royale. Yeah, that's a battle royale game. That's not what I'm gonna do. Oh, hello there, Sleepy Bot. God, I do not remember that being a thing last time I played the game. I guess that's where the random generation comes in. Oh, okay. And Realm is unobtainable? It might be. I don't know. I have no intention of playing it, but I don't know. Maybe it is, maybe it isn't. But yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea either, Invisible. Just do, like, a whole bunch of, I already have the paint. That's good. That quest is done. Yeah, I already have, a bunch of Ratalaika games, the European version specifically, on the PS4. They're saved to a folder. So yeah, those... Now, the only thing is, I don't know how long some of them are. Because I've already finished a few of the really short ones, like Jack and Jill and Super Destronaut. So I've already finished some of the really short ones. Because some of the Ratalaika games are a little bit longer, like, more on, like, an hour, like, a piece, or perhaps more. Okay, so I really need to start collecting buttons just in case it turns out that I have to actually do more. These alarm bots are annoying. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and make a couple of pogo sticks so I can actually explore a little bit. Terra had 2 stacks, and it's okay, so it's unobtainable on that version. But yeah, I mean, it's a Battle Royale game, so not one I'm gonna be having any interest in. I really hope that Modern Warfare doesn't add a Battle Royale mode, especially not one with trophies. That would not be a good day. Because I'm already not that good at that multiplayer. I mean, that multiplayer does have some issues. A lot of people have been pointing out, mainly the camping, that as being far worse than ever for that franchise, which is really saying something, because it's always been a problem, but it's worse here than probably ever before. At least since the days of One Man Army Danger Close Noob Tube. There it is. There's another robot in here. He'll probably teleport me out at some point. Okay, I need to grab these because I need them. Okay, he's the one that's already over here. Yeah, he is. Okay. Awesome. Oh, of course we gotta call in a partner, because you can't do something simple like making a pie yourself, even though I know that's not the easiest thing in the world. Yeah, I was talking about Realm Royale, Terra being an RPG. I mean, that, maybe, we'll see. Alright, that's 3 down. Is this 4? No, that was 3, okay. Alright, that's good. So we finished 3 of them, and here's our 4th one. Alright, you need pogo sticks? I can give you pogo sticks. That's easy. Five pogo sticks. Okay, that's 4 down, and it looks like I am going to have to grind coins. I'm gonna need 1,300 coins now to finish the game, so time to do a little bit of grinding, which is terrible. God, I thought we were gonna be done right about now. I didn't know you actually had to buy everything from the guy, like, because on my previous playthrough I'd already bought everything by this point, because you need just about every invention for other trophies. That's unfortunate. This is going to take a little while because we're quite a few coins away. I'll go ahead and buy the other inventions, though, just to speed things up. Maybe it won't make me buy every single thing. I don't know. No, it will. Dang it. The propeller hat's kind of useful, though. Oh, okay, so there's a little bit more to this quest. Okay. So we gotta call in Ugly Dog. Again, no dogs are ugly to me. I love all puppies and all dogs. Oh, so there is a bit of a collectathon, so that's okay, because there's stuff we had to find anyway. So now we need about 245 more buttons to finish the game. So I'll collect any that I come across along the way here. Ooh, there's a lot of stuff up there. Let's get up there if we can. Boing. Makes kind of a funny noise. There's only like... Oh, there's some purples. Boing. Boing. There we go. That was good. That was a lot right there. Alright, we're already up to almost 800. We still got a bunch more of these cheese things to find. So yeah, again, this game, bit of a grind. Heavy on the fetch quests. But not the worst thing I've played. Obviously not a difficult game. Not overly time-consuming, just kind of grindy. Oh, there's one. Oh, that's not going to be easy to get to. Is it going to actually... Oh, it is just going to let me get to it. Okay, that's easy. Just a flavor, nothing more, nothing less. Nescafe. Nescafe is good. I've had that before. I mean, I'll drink about any coffee, honestly. I know that one coffee, though, that I have sometimes that isn't the best is McDonald's coffee. Not because it has, like, a bad flavor to it or anything. The flavor's fine for what it is. It's McDonald's coffee. But, like, it doesn't feel like it has any caffeine in it. It feels like I just don't really get any energy. Is this game boring to you? At this point, especially, it is. Because now it's just farming coins. Because I don't have enough yet to finish the game. Because you need 1,000 to finish the game. So we just gotta farm a couple hundred more coins. And it's not difficult, it's just kind of annoying. And we gotta find more of these items, these stinky cheeses as well, for something. Desserts? Yeah, I made one kind of dessert. It was the matcha cookies that really weren't sweet at all and didn't taste like a dessert. Yeah, there are definitely other desserts I want to do. Perfectly preserved pie. That sounds like fun, even though it's not going to be easy to make. That would definitely be fun if I could actually make it work out. Or, I think Fancy Lad's snack cakes are in there. And that's a famous one. Oh, yeah. Like, it's nice that that when I get up in the morning that it's not really dark outside anymore, but yeah, it's just, it gets dark at like 6 p.m. and just, it makes you feel like not ever going outside to do anything at night. Especially if it starts to get cold. I know up there you're going to be a lot colder than I will be, though. I have nothing to complain about compared to you. Mag? Don't recognize the name of that. Alright, we're getting close to the end of this objective, and we're at almost 900. Oh yeah, I mean, it feels like it's like midnight right now. It felt like it was like 8 when I got home tonight from work. But I would think it probably gets darker for you guys earlier because you're further north. Maybe that's not how it works, but that's what I feel like it would be like. Alright, we have over 900 coins. It was an online only? I mean, I've probably heard of it at some point. I don't necessarily recognize it, though. Oh, wait, I just saw one. Wow. I literally just saw that one as the balloon went up. That was a waste. There's one. That's 8. Only 2 more. A lot of coins, though. And he's still charging at me, so... Launch another one. Okay, I'll have to look back at the video then if you're giving me suggestions for that if I decide to go for it. Always take help on stuff that I don't know as much about. Alright, so only 2 items left. And a little bit of coin farming, okay. That's the next to last item. Let's launch one last search balloon. Extra dark from cloudy, yeah. That's even worse. Especially when it's rainy and cold. It's just not something I'm a fan of. I prefer warmth. I don't mind warm rain, but just warmth in general. That's why I moved out of the north. Well, north, Midwest, Rust Belt, whatever you want to call Cincinnati. My breakfast every morning is 2 scrambled eggs and 3 slices of bacon. That's my typical morning breakfast. But, I mean, breakfast here, we tend to eat, in America, we eat a lot of sweet things for breakfast. Super sugary cereals, biscuits, all sorts of stuff. Donuts can be a breakfast food here. I could see that, rain making people more tired. And it makes you less willing to go outside and be active as well. Alright, so now we just need to get a few more buttons and we can finish the game. Which is great. This is good. So this grind didn't take as long as I thought it would. And we actually finished the game tonight in 2.5 hours. So that's pretty awesome. There is still one other trophy I gotta get. It's the multiplayer trophy. And I still gotta get my remaining coins anyway. Or buttons, technically they are. I didn't realize it would give you a counter for it because I already had them last time. Ooh, this'll work. Boingy, 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 boing! There we go. 1,000. Alright, I need to plug in a second controller real quick. So I will be back in about 30 seconds. The weird way of how this works on here. Oh, great, I forgot I was getting spam messages. Okay, so how do I... Oh, like that. Just the pause button, or options button, I mean. There we go. There's the multiplayer trophy done. Wow, look at how bad that looks. Oh my god. Look at the graphical drop. That is terrible. Like, that is horribly noticeable. Oh my god, it dropped to like literally like 144p or whatever was earlier. Yeah, I know. I get those spam bots sometimes. It's annoying. It's not a big deal, though. You just block them and report them. I've gotten a few funny ones or more creative ones. Good God, that looks terrible. Looks like I'm playing like a 16-bit game or something. Okay. Well, with that, I'm going to take a drink of water and we will grab our platinum. Or more like chug half of what was left of a bottle of water. God, that is ugly. Well, let's drop the extra controller so it looks slightly more tolerable. Alright, let's finish this thing. Man, that only took a little over 2 hours. You know? That's not bad. So that's how short this game is. You can do it in 2.5 hours or less. Heck, I bet if you were playing in 2-player with a second active player, you could probably finish this thing really quickly.
What's this? It's not
Like within like an hour and a half. Alright, just give it a second. There it is. Uglydolls is perfect-ish. And Ugly Hero. You just got a platinum trophy. Wonder what your next one will be. You just got a platinum trophy. Let's celebrate. You just got a platinum trophy. Wonder what your next one will be. You just got a platinum trophy. Let's celebrate. So, for those inclined to get the platinum, let's sync. Here's what you have to do for this. You ever saw insert game name here potato mode? Oh, I think so. I think I have seen that before. Oh, you just got a plat 2? Nice. And no, it's not going to be Far Cry 2. I've got a long way to go on Far Cry 2. So if you're going for this platinum, you got 2 story-related trophies here, 2 golds. One for completing the game as each character, so you do have to beat the game twice, but you can speed run your second playthrough. Then you have 7 story-related trophies. Actually, this one's also story-related because you need 1,000 right at the end of the game. So you'll get all those through natural story progression. This one's also going to be done through natural story progression. You'll get half of this through story progression. The other half you'll have to go out of your way to do, but it's very easy. Just use the traps on the robots. Lure 5 into the water. Just trick them into running into the water. Pretty easy. Nothing difficult there because there's always bodies of water. For this one, you need to use the inflatable raft that you buy as an item. Easy enough, though. You'll need 2 of them to do it. 10 robots in bubbles. You'll need 2 bubble guns to do it, but just trap 10 of them in bubbles. I think you can trap the same one multiple times. For this one, just hide in a box for 30 seconds. You'll again need 2 boxes. This is unmissable to get enough materials. Play in 2-player for 3 seconds and you're done with this trophy. This trophy and this one are the 2 hardest ones in the game. Just because it's a little tough to get 5 robots following you at once. It's not that hard, but it's still a little tougher. I would suggest using the alarm bots to do it. That's the easiest way. 20 rummage points in 1 level, that's very easy. Just search 20 objects in a single level. You should get that naturally. The charging robots are the one that legitimately tried to jump scare me. Get hit 10 times by them and you're good, though you'll have to heal every few times. This one, these robots are pretty uncommon. They're usually around those electrical areas. And you have to be reversed 5 times, so hit 5 times by them. Teleported 10 times. That's the ones that shoot the little bubble at you that teleports you. They're a little bit annoying because there aren't too many chances for it. Because they're a little less common, but it's still not too hard. Switches, this one's pretty much unmissable. This one's pretty much unmissable, but it's easy. This one, I think, is unmissable. This one's pretty easy. Just climb up to the top of a building using pogo sticks and the hover hat. And then use the hover hat. I think you'll need 2 here for this. So, with that, level 69, 82%, 17,291 total trophies, 406 platinums, 2,310 golds, 4,444 silvers, 10,131 bronzes. All right. Thank you guys for being here for another live platinum trophy. That was a lot of fun. to at least have you guys here to numb the boredom of the game. Again, it's not the worst kids game out there. Not overly time consuming. But certainly not a game I would consider to be good. And yeah, Far Cry 2 is pretty tough, and I have no idea what'll be next. It sort of depends on what I feel like at any given time. So when I look at it, if I look at like my EU folder, if I wanted to do like for a video or for a stream, just do a whole bunch of games at once in one stream. Because like most of these games are fairly short, I believe. A few of them are longer. So those are a bunch of EU games. I have some North American games. Some PALGI games. All that good stuff. Some of these games are a little bit longer. I've got a pretty big collection of stuff downloaded here. I need to delete this one because I think I've heard this one's actually pretty annoying. It was a PS Plus game. If it would like to delete anytime soon. Yeah, man, I'm glad you all could be here. That was fun. You guys made it a lot more entertaining. Apex, no, not gonna do Apex. And then another 100 Platinum Trophy video. Yes, I actually want to record that tomorrow if I can. Because I want to have it recorded tomorrow so I can upload it probably middle of next week. Because the video will be long, so it'll take a little while to edit it. But yeah, that's one I want to get recorded sometime in the near future. So that's going to be it for tonight. Thank you guys for tuning in for another live Platinum. It's fun doing them live. Hope you guys enjoyed. And I will be seeing you guys for some videos over the next few days. The next stream probably will not be until next Wednesday. And William, it was Uglydolls An Imperfect Adventure. It's a kids game based very loosely on the Uglydolls movie that came out this year. Yep, level 69, giggity. Been there for a little while now. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. And hope to see you for more videos and streams over the next week.